Yes, good afternoon. I hope people are still awake at this hour. We were just talking with my Swedish colleague that in Finland and Scandinavia it would be very rare to have so many people on Friday evening still in the audience. So many thank you for that. Yes, I will be talking a little bit from a different point of view, from a point of view of a city innovation company, and tell a bit about the work we do to make sure that we have opportunities to getting started with 5G, both for the city itself, but then also for companies and third parties. And I come from Forum Virium Helsinki, and like I mentioned, we are an innovation company fully owned by the city of Helsinki in Finland. And we are there to help the city and the city ecosystem to create the future urban futures together, and of course the services that we need in the future. And we have kind of twofold mission. On the other hand, we are helping the city to strengthen its skills regarding technology and to advance with digitalization. And then on the other hand, we are there to help companies and third parties to utilize the city as a platform. And we are helping the city advance on its mission to be the most functional city in the world. And oops, sorry, I keep clicking to the wrong direction. So what do we do at Forum Virium Helsinki? So we've been around now 14 years, so I guess a teenager age for a company. We bring together the companies, the public sector, different research institutes, and the citizens to create these future urban services together. We have 3 different project areas. I'm leading the data and AI and IoT-related area. And then we have the smart mobility team that is working on the autonomous vehicles, drones, last mile delivery, and so forth. And then we have one project area focusing on our smart city flagship area, Smart Kalasatama. And we are currently busy with various Europeanly funded projects, and the other project I will be talking about is one of them. We use different kind of funding instruments quite widely and well, I would say. And we are a very liked partner, and our partners are very satisfied with us, so we have this Net Promoter Score of 73. Just some numbers here. So we've had around 750 companies utilizing the city as a platform with our help. We have more than 2,000 residents who have participated in the different pilots and experiments in the city and so forth. And in the IoT portfolio that I am leading, we have 11 different projects. Currently, there's 2 of them, Urban Sense and Urban Innovative Action Hope project that I will tell a bit more about. And this project has helped us to bring together more than 100 European partners, some of them which are also from here. Ubiware, a local company, is one of the partners that have been already familiar to us in a few projects earlier. So what do we do in the IoT project area is that we help the city to renew the way the data is being collected in the urban environments so that we have more real-time data around us, and that's of course something that the 5G brings even more capabilities for us to do. We develop the ways data is being managed and collected, shared and used, and we also do some software and device building and testing ourselves. And here's our team. And this is kind of, I just give a little bit of glimpse of the work we've done so far with the city as a platform before going into more deeper into the 5G projects. So we've been helping the city to really move towards this AI and my data ready, a kind of urban platform approach, like system of systems. And we've started with open data, harmonizing it, making it as easy as possible for third parties to utilize. We started supporting companies to be more aware of this great resource and help them through different kind of trainings and new forms of open data back in 2014. Then we started advancing more with the city as a platform approach through different projects. One of them, Synchronicity, for example, where we harmonized data intake APIs. And then we had a big pre-commercial procurement, Select for Cities, where we've been shaping the offering of Internet of Things and Internet of Everything platforms together with companies. And this is when we started kind of getting our hands dirty with connectivity solutions more. And in 2018, we started various group of projects where there's been pilots with LoRa technologies, but then also more and more with 5G. And now next thing up is to, of course, combine all these and bring the AI capabilities. But if we go more to the 5G, which is the topic of today, so a little bit glimpse of what's happening in Finland. This is from the 5G Observatory that maybe we will hear more about later. But there's certain countries that have already created a 5G roadmap, and Finland is one of them. There's also quite many countries already having trials with 5G, and I think Finland is one of the few countries with already more than 10 5G-enabled trials in the member states. We had the auction in May 2018 for the spectrum, and well, I won't go more into details, but all this can be found in that 5G observatory if you are more interested in that. But what we've done in the city is that we kind of foresee that there's this technology that will enable a lot of smart city solutions, from mobility to healthcare, culture, leisure time, and we wanted the companies to be more ready to get started with this connectivity offering when it finally comes commercially available. And that's why the city's innovation fund helped us to get started with a project called Urban Sense, where we, together with the city and the University of Helsinki, are working on this open 5G innovation platform. And where we are now with this work is that we've run a couple of innovation or kind of experimentation challenges for companies. So the first one was on massive IoT capabilities. The second one was on augmented reality and virtual reality and mixed reality solutions. So utilizing the low latency and higher bandwidth of, or increased bandwidth of that 5G offers. And then we will have a 5G edge computing challenge coming up later. And then one more open innovation challenge that just closed. And maybe I go directly to this. So for the massive IoT, actually very similarly to Sweden and Umeå, we found a pilot where they are actually utilizing 5G, or currently the narrowband IoT, to actually get better and more accurate data in real time from the maintenance vehicles in the city, on the winter maintenance especially. And then another one on the AR and VR capabilities is a concept where they bring open cultural resources such as old photos to the augmented reality application, so that you can in real time check how the city has appeared in the past. And then, like I mentioned, we will still be waiting for the results then from the edge computing challenge when we will launch it. What the city has done, on the other hand, is to try to start shaping these common policies for cooperative network construction with operators. Because the city's interest is, of course, to ensure the connectivity, but at the same time make sure that the streets of the city will not be completely open all the time while the different operators are digging them to ensure the fiber that they will need. The city organized a 5G base station competition. Here's actually the winner. So that because the city is seeing that these base stations will start popping up all over the city, so they would like to have a little bit say on what they should look like and how they should be profiled. So they organized a challenge on that. City has also joined forces with other Finnish cities on this 5G Kiri, kind of 5G boost project, where they mapped the impacts of 5G in cities, both kind of opportunities it will provide to the city, but also the kind of impact that it should have on cities' policies, so that we can have a smoother process for building this infrastructure and ensuring the connectivity in cities. Another project, I understood that you also have here this Urban Innovative Action project. So we have one in Helsinki now running already for a year called HOPE, Healthy Outdoor Premises for Everyone. And here, this is a case where we are actually utilizing 5G for collecting air quality data in real time and in a more accurate form. And we have quite nice range of partners. We have the City of Helsinki, the university again. We have Vaisala, who is a big sensor provider and a sensing technology provider. We have the local Environmental Services Authority, and then we have the Finnish Meteorological Institute. And what we are doing there is we're developing, like I mentioned, the air quality monitoring in Helsinki, different kind of new air quality data analysis development. We are looking into developing a new kind of air quality index, because the measurements on their own are very hard to understand, but we would have a new, more improved index, so that people can better understand when they should be more cautious about the air quality. And we will actually not just measure, but we will look into building new kinds of innovative interventions that actually both help us to cut down the things that are causing bad air quality in the city operations and particles, but also then to lessen the exposure to these particles in the situations where air quality is not so good. And I just maybe go here, sorry. So we are really aiming at not just improving the measuring network, but also then the AI and machine learning analysis algorithms and so forth. And in the process, we will be utilizing this participatory budgeting, so we will be hearing the citizens about how they feel that what kind of solutions could improve their air quality their best. And we have 3 different kind of areas. One of this is a big harbor where there's a lot of trucks passing by there, causing a quite challenging situation with the air quality, always momentarily when a boat arrives and trucks are leaving the boat. We have one area where there's a lot of people using still wood stoves and things to heat their houses or bring a little bit fireplace and atmosphere to their living. So there's a bit different kind of challenges regarding the air quality. And the third area is this, where there's kind of a big crossroads and a lot of apartment buildings there. So how do we could more optimize the transport and transit there so that the air quality would stay good. And our role is there to organize an innovation competition, like I mentioned, to either create new kind of interventions or new kinds of innovations that help us to improve the air quality. And here 5G is something that we are offering as a enabler for new services there. And I guess there's some more information about the project, but all in all, I would like to thank you and just say that for us, being a smart city innovation company, 5G is really a crucial thing for us, whether we are looking at the new kind of healthcare services that we need, or whether we are looking at autonomous bus fleets and controlling them. So we need the new kind of connectivity to enable all these new services for us in the future. Thank you.